trains so much. Oh my God. I remember the first time I took him on a real train, and he was like vibrating. Have you ever held a rooster in your hands, like a young rooster? And they sort of like, they have this energy, like, whoa. That's what he felt like when he was on the train. It's like, oh my God. He loves trains so much. So I got him into music. I wanted him to just sing along with me, or just something to play his little harmonica with me, anything. And one day I realized there's 1,001 train songs. And I said, Rowan, hey, this is a train song. And I played Freight Train for him. You know, freight train, freight train. He was just in awe. There are songs about these things. And he was in. Like, he was, you know, he'd sing along with choruses. And we did Hobo's Lullaby and all these. So, I was coming home from, he was getting pretty sophisticated with his train songs. We were coming home, we went out to the garden, we were walking home. He said, Dad, when we go home, I want to play train songs. I said, all right, you go get your mandolin, I'll go upstairs and get the guitar, and I'll meet you on the couch. And we get together on the couch, and he holds his mandolin on his lap, and he strums it. You know, he hadn't quite figured it out yet, but well, we did Freight Train, and we actually did Freight Train twice. You know, kids are. And he wanted to do that when he got, I said, let's do Hobo's Lullaby. So we did Hobo's Lullaby, and maybe Rough and Rowdy Ways, some old Jimmy Rogers song, you know. And he said, Dad, play City of New Orleans. I said, I got to go get the words off the internet for that, because I don't know, that's a lot of words, you know. So I went and got the words, and I got at Mama's computer, and I got to be careful getting Mama's computer, because now he associates Mama's computer with Mickey Mouse, because he watches Mickey Mouse on YouTube. It's his favorite thing, and now there's a Mickey Mouse episode where Mickey drives a train. So that's like, for guys of a certain age, like the Big Lebowski was sort of a benchmark in their lives. That's what that is for him. He quotes it all the time, you know. So I sort of went in the office really quick, and I got these words, and I printed them out, and I brought them in, and I started playing, and I got about midway through the first verse, and he just slipped off the couch, and he walked into his bedroom. And you know, I'm a professional. Like, you got to keep playing the song, no matter what the audience is doing. You just keep playing, like the Blues Brothers, you know. And so he was in his bedroom, and I was playing this song, and reading the words, and sort of looking over at him. And I had a narrow view into his door, and he was walking back and forth between his crib and sort of the corner of the room there, sort of dragging stuff over here. And I got done with the song. He said, Dad, play another train song. Okay, so I played. Can't remember what it was. I played another train song. And I played a couple more, and I ran out of train songs. And that's how I started, and he kept saying, play another train song. So I played a song about a car or something, anything with wheels. I was just going through my repertoire. And until finally, one time I played a song, and I finished with it, and he didn't say anything. And it was about nap time, so I put my guitar down, and I tiptoed over to his bedroom. And he had his train book. He calls it his big train book. And it's actually got buses and planes and boats and all kinds of stuff in it, but there's a section on trains, and that's all he ever wants to read out of it. It was stolen from the Bedford, New York Public Library by my wife in 1970-something. And we have it, and it was open to the front page of the train section. And there's this huge old black steam locomotive, and it's hauling about 50 cars across a big wooden bridge somewhere out west. And there's this huge trail of smoke behind it. The engineer is waving out the window. And there's just in the parchment, discolored paper sky above the train, there's just one big word in a font from a Western movie that says, train. You know? And around his book, there were all these little wooden train cars scattered on the ground, stepping over all this stuff. And I got in there, and he had pulled all of his blankets out of his crib and sort of made himself a nest in the corner of his bedroom. And he had his little Mickey Mouse and his little Donald Duck, his Jeff Lebowski, and Walter Sobchak, and he's over there in the corner just dreaming in his train dreams. He just needed a soundtrack to go off into his little world. So this is a song that I learned from my son. Like 3 years ago, I play original music. I don't play cover songs. You have kids, and you say, "Well, honey, what do you want to hear?" Anything. So this is for my son. This is one of the great American songs. This is called "The City of New Orleans." You're going to recognize it right away. And please do jump in and sing along. This is one of our best songs. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. There are 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. And they're out on the southbound Odyssey. The train pulls out of Kankakee and rolls past houses, farms, and fields, passing towns that have no name, and the freight yards full of old black men, the graveyards that rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? And don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call City of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Well, I was dealing cards with the old man in the club car. It's a penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Won't you pass the paper bag that holds the bottle? You can feel the wheels rumbling beneath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters, yeah, the sons of engineers, ride their daddy's magic carpet made of steam. Mamas with their babes asleep are rocking to the gentle beat and the rhythm of the rails is all they dream. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm a native son. I'm the train they call City of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. That's right now. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans. We're changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. All the halfway home and we'll be there by morning. Right. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling to the sea. All the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and the steel rails still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his song again. Its passengers will please refrain. This train's got the disappeared railroad blues. Good night. Good night.